All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. And I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And I also want to say Shalom to the hopeful elect, hearing this word in truth and in sincerity. Okay, so, just want to do a quick land back off of this lesson. I'm dealing with this guy, Dr. Brown, who brothers are making lessons on. Calling out this guy's hypocrisy, as well as the hypocrisy of all you Christians out there, because one thing for sure is that, this news that came out, more than likely, these Christians are not going to touch base with it. They're going to continue coming out with Israelite videos, Israelite, showing you their hypocrisy, man. All right, and there's a word for it. Salaki, I forget the word, but their lack of judgment, for the lack of better words. It's like the words, their partiality and judgment. All right. And pretty much they only bring out things, when it's convenient for them to bring out. See, when you're dealing with Yahweh Shai, he calls everything out. The Lord may love you, all right, and still call you out on anything that you do. The Lord said, whom I love, I chasten. All right, just want to make that point. But nonetheless, dealing with these Christians, they're losing, man. And this too right here shows you that, Yahweh Shem Shai is eventually going to get all of the enemies of this truth, man. And that's why, as we always preach, man, let me get that real quick in the book of 2 Corinthians, man. We always preach the weapons of our warfare is not carnal, because we understand that this is more so of a spiritual thing than it is a carnal thing. Because these people out here, it's not that they don't like us. All right, their spirit don't like Yahweh Shem Shai. Right? 2 Corinthians 10 and verse 4, and it says, "For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, right, but mighty through the Most High, to the pulling down of strongholds." You see? So the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, meaning it's not physical. So we're not out here, preaching to go against the government. We're not out here to preach, get guns and do different kind of things or different acts of violence. Nah. We're simply out here preaching the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right? And the Lord's going to work out the rest. But in doing so, the haters are going to come. The naysayers are going to come. And these people these people are not just trying to cast down this truth. They really want to see us in harm's way, man. You see? And that's why Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is eventually going to step in. Because the accusations that they make against us is to really get us put to death. Because when you read these different accounts in the scriptures, the book of Daniel, when they went to the King Nebuchadnezzar, about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, which was their Babylonian names, right? They went to them, snitching on to the king that they went and bowed to the statue, and the result of that was the king sentencing them to be thrown in fire. All right, but we understand that did not work out in his favor, because the Lord delivered those three guys from that danger, man. All right, so the same thing is getting ready to happen in these times, where false accusations will be made. But, rest assured that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to fight for us. Verse 5 says, "Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of the Most High." Right, and that's what brothers are doing. Beginning with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, we're casting down the imaginations that is against the knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, which is his truth. Everything in this world is against his truth, and that's why everything in this world, comes against brothers when they're preaching, man. Because when you look at it, Christians are not going against Muslims, all right? Muslims are not going against Buddhists, What are they coming against? They're coming against this truth. Why? Because this truth is where it's at. They see it, If this was all BS that we were doing, they'd just let us go about our day. But nah, they gotta come. They got to come against it. They gotta stop it. All right. What did the wicked Pharisees say? If we leave this man thus alone, all men shall believe on him. Which means all Israelite men. But that same energy, all right, is back today. These people here in Babylon are great. If they leave the prophets alone, let us, let the men of the Lord keep preaching, right? All men will believe on them. Maybe those Israelites are right, all right? Maybe what those Israelites are saying, they were right the whole time, and that's what they fear. Because you got people out there that actually believe me. You got a lot of our people out there, they believe, and of course they don't want to repent, but they see things happening. And who knows? They may be of the elect. Yahweh Shemi Shai has an appointed time, probably just have an appointed time for them to fully lock in. All right, but for sure, people are starting to believe these things coming out of this word, man. All right, it says bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach. All right, so a couple of scriptures, goes into, how our objective, all right, is not to be violent against Esau's society, but to wake up the elect of our people. And that's all we're here to do, preach the word, okay? But, you got guys like this, Vocab Malone, who's going to continue to push towards that that accusation of the Hebrew Israelites being violent, all right, the Hebrew Israelites being terrorists, which is false accusations, all right? And, of course, Esau, Edom is going to set men up to do different acts of violence and different acts of, against the government, all right? But we understand that, that's not us. We know that certain men are paid off and they've sold out, so they're going to do things, to get the whole ministry blamed. All right, but that's okay, because the thing is, the elect is justified, all right, through Yahushua. So these different men that have made pacts with the government, that have made deals with the government to do, outlandish shit, but guess what? They're going to get caught, all right, in the judgment. Because when Esau come down, all right, he's not going to make a distinction between, the camps of IUIC and the ISUPK. This devil's coming after the whole thing, the whole Israelite thing, because, this whole Israelite thing is a threat against, all right, his society, man. All right? He's coming against everybody. He's coming for everybody, man. And we know through history what this devil has done to those that, made covenants with him, right? He eventually backstabbed those that have made covenants with him. You see? So you Israelite camps that have made covenant with Esau, through this 501c3 and different covenants, man. You have you going off, man. But this is Ecclesiastes 4:28, and it says, "Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee." You see? And the apostles, all right, and the elders who's been doing this thing for years, right? They've come against, scoffers, enemies of the truth, naysayers, and the Lord eventually, dealt with those guys, because through all this, they still strove for the truth. Even now, through all this, brothers are striving for the truth, and now are seeing Yahweh Shemi Shai deal with the enemies, all right, of this truth, man. What's that in the book of Sirach? These 3 things I have judged, or these 7, let me see. And I believe, the Lord is saving Vocab Malone, all right, for last. Fall of enemy, Salakia. Sirach 25:7. There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue, a man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. You see? So to see the fall of your enemy, is one of those sweet things, man. So when we see guys like Dr. Quaz Brown, in the news or something, that, is quite hypocritical, by the way, that's a sweet thing to see. Yahweh Shemi Shai judge. And once again, we didn't do anything. The Lord is doing this, man. We just got to keep doing what we got to do, and the Lord's going to fight our battles for us. And that reminds me of the story in Joshua. The Lord pretty much fought the battles of Israel. The Lord was doing everything. Not Israel. Because remember, when the Lord told Moses to lift up his hand, Israel pretty much, they were doing well. But when Moses put his hands down, that's when they started losing. So that show you that the Lord fights our battles for us. And in this case, in our times, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to fight our battles for us. Okay, we ain't got to do nothing, all right, carnally. We ain't got to do nothing, period, man, but preach this word. What can we do against a system that is totally against us, man? Right? But this Job 20 and verse 4, it says, knowest thou not this of old, since the man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. You see? And we understand that the wicked, according to the Bible, is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right? So this precept right here applies to every Edomite, man. All right? Because every Edomite is a hypocrite. And, of course, you got 2/3 of our people that are also following this lot. But for sure, know for sure, right, that every Edomite is the wicked. And this guy, Dr. Brown, when you go to his page, it's all most of his videos are against the Hebrew Israelites, man. All right, BHI, Black Hebrew Israelite this, Black Hebrew Israelite that. Pretty much to put a disdain on this whole Israelite thing, man. Right, and when you think about it, that's like an accusing spirit, man. Right, because what they want to see out of that is Jake be destroyed. Because when we were calling ourselves black, when we were calling ourselves Christians, all right, and these different religions, nobody had anything to say about it. You didn't tell us that we were the Israelites. You rejoiced over us, man. Right? Now that we're, calling ourselves the Israelites, we're waking up to our heritage, now everything is a problem. Black Israelite this, Black Israelite that. Y'all not the Jews. Your doctrine is false. Shut up, man. Right? We're past all that now. We've woken up, all right, and now your judgment is coming. Slaki. Your judgment is coming, and get ready for it, man. Like the apostles say, ain't nothing to talk about no more because, we've gone through, these different topics that these Christians, want to debate about. There's neither Jew nor Greek. John 3:16. Salvation is for everybody. These things have all been broken down by the apostles, man, and the elders. Now, what more do you want to hear? It's just a pestering thing. They want to pester you to try to get you to denounce what you're teaching, man, which is not going to happen. You see? But this is Jeremiah 1:18, and it says, "For behold, I have made this day a defense city." Now, of course, it is talking about our people, wicked Israelites that came against Jeremiah, right? But this precept right could be applied in these times because, not only are our own people are against us, but the heathen also. Jeremiah 1:18, and it says, "For behold, I have made thee this day a defense city, and an iron pillar and brazen wall against the whole land, against the kings of Judah, against the princes thereof, against the priests thereof, and against the people of the land. And they shall fight against thee, but they shall not prevail against thee, for I am with thee, saith the Lord Yahweh, to deliver thee." You see? So the Lord is with his men. The Lord is with his elect to deliver his elect from, these different accusations, these different harm that the heathen got prepared, for, his believers, man. They have it prepared, but they're not going to prosper. The scripture says, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. All right? And every tongue that come against thee in judgment, thou shalt condemn. All right? And we're seeing this in real time, man. All right? We've seen the men of the Lord condemn these people out here. All right? Condemn their false doctrine. Condemn their wicked ways, man. That's why it has to come to the point of, eventually persecution. Romans 15:4, "For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope." And the stories that we read, dealing with the persecution of the men of the Lord, persecution of our people, and how Yahweh Bashim Yahushua eventually, delivered us, because that was us, written in the Bible of the Israelites that will always deliver out of the hand of their enemies. That was us, you know. And these things were written for our hope, man, that we might have hope, because, you know, we live in times now where, you know, it's all the same thing, but even more in these times, because this is the last time that it's going to happen, right? But nonetheless, hey, you know, we have hope through these different stories. Daniel in the lion's den, all right, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, you know, the apostles, when they were delivered from, you know, certain wicked Israelites, you know, different accounts, man. And we have that same hope that Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to deliver us, you know, mightily also, you know. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. And I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to those who elect hearing this word in truth and in sincerity. Until next time, I say shalom.